ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of most if not all ages. My name is Allison Cruz, and from the deep dark depths of Midtown, I'd like to welcome you back to none other than Stray. In the last episode, we escaped the sewers to find ourselves an ant village so that we could unite with Zabbaltazar and learn about Clementine's whereabouts, but not before B12 came under the universe-shattering realization that he is the last remaining human consciousness known to all sentient robot kind, and you know, that kind of information weighs heavy on somebody who gets to learn that kind of information, so it was some pretty bad news, but that's alright because we are now here in the glitzy uptown version of the slums, and this place is massive. So we're gonna take it nice and slow and basically interact with everybody we can find, because there are a lot of nooks and crannies you can dip into, and it is kind of confusing sometimes, but I'll try not to miss much. Now, this man who is sitting under his shrine of cows and reading a How to Be a Ninja book, well, how's it going, Vladdy? Consider this, tomorrow if I replace my arm with another robotic arm, and then the next day, my other arm too, and then my body and so on until I'm all replaced and my software's upgraded. Will I be the same robot you're talking to now? Yeah, I don't know. I think Theo's got it right here with that body language. Ah, hey, what are you showing me right now? I'm busy having an existential crisis, can't you see? Yeah, so he's gonna talk about the massive housing building that's further on down, and Clementine will be at the very end of that, so hooray, let's get out of here. I don't think there's really much else in here, but we can get some kind of easy to find badges, so we could also take a look at the awesome mirroring in this game. It's like, man, can there ever be a game that's not The Last of Us Part 2 where the mirror is incredible for once? I really need to make a video on that one of these days where it's just like comparing all of the mirrors in modern day video games and how they cheap you out. Well, this is Gary talking about Nico Core, and this alley doesn't quite lead to anything because, well, it's blocked off and there's nothing we can do about it. Can you let me in, please? Because if I could just sneak in here, I could save a lot of time. Well, Ray Mile, he's gonna narc on me. Access is restricted, but only for a little while. If you can wait a few years, we'll open right back up. All right, is that an address on the back? Yes. So it's kind of clever how they do put the actual address on it, because there will be markings you can find that do match up with it, so that's cool. Okay, so we don't have to go there. Let's head in here. Also rub up against some leggies here. There we go. You like that. I'm in love, but I'm so mad. This merchant crook sold me a faulty battery the other day. All right, Powdra. Yeah, if it wasn't for the sentinels on patrol, he'd end up as spare parts. Well, we're gonna go head inside here, and there is something very curious for us. A code. And apparently it is 2458, but I don't know what an EDOC is. 2458. That's weird. All right, well, fortunately for us, there's a digipad here, so if we try to put that in, obviously, you gotta put it in backwards, dummy. There we go. So 8542 for a badge. And this one's really cool because it actually, like, does this thing. I don't know what it, like, it's just, it's animated. It's hardly an animation, but you can even see it, like, there flickering a bit. Sarah's been playing Watch Dogs a lot, and go figure, I've been playing Stray, and it's just kind of funny. But let's get the heck out of here. That is pretty important, but as of right now, we have 4 of them, and the 5th is actually pretty close by as well. There is an alley here, and this will lead us somewhere else. I don't want to worry too much about that right now. A lot of these alleys do go into other parts of where we need to be, but there's a club here, and the bouncer's not going to let me in, which is very rude of him. I don't appreciate it. There's also a clothing shop here. This is really going to be important for later, so we'll go and take a quick look. It's kind of cozy. This is the owner. He is kind of an asshole. Ozzy, are you one of those young punks listening to loud music all day? Look at his face. Good God. He looks like a dude that would own a clothing shop. Well, without spoiling too much, we are going to have to come here at some point and steal this jacket, but we can't do anything about it while this guy is rearranging his merchandise all over the floor. So he is gonna be kind of upsetting to work with. No, you're not gonna steal that. Well, what if I gave you this lovely picture? their clothes look terrible. Send them to me if you want them to look fashionable. See, this guy sucks. I hate him. Not a fan. So we'll come back here later. And speaking of loud music, maybe if we can perhaps find a cassette of some kind, we'll be okay. But first, here, take that. Let me just go ahead and leave him a nice little present. Also, this dude, are you okay? He's just like hyping himself up every day of the week. All right, so you could go out the window there, and you know, this would actually be a good idea. Let's do it. We're gonna climb up the side here. This is kind of, I don't want to say misleading, but there is a lot of platforming we can do here for not a great payoff, honestly. And you can't really go this in depth with it in other places. This would be the only one, but it's kind of interesting. So very easy to miss, but there's a door with bars and oh, there's a robot here that is clearly deceased. And we get another badge. This time it belongs to the police. Yeah, I should just go ahead and burn this now. But I'll go and take it. I can be Officer Theo the Kitten. Thank you. And I don't think you can ever make your way in here, but you get some nice little wanted posters that you can't see through apparently. What an odd, I don't know, the fence looks weird. It just looks like a texture almost. There's like no depth to it whatsoever. All right, let's get out of here. But that is, I think, the only thing you get from coming up here. So back-to-back badges is really nice. And if you already collected the music one, you're actually almost done. Oh, you only need one more, and then we have all the badges. So this is good. You could have also, I don't think you could have made your way up from here though. Yeah, you can drop down farther than you can jump up. So this is just a slightly quicker way to get down. But if Theo would like to maybe go the correct direction, there we go. It's like a combination of where the cat is facing as well as just where the camera is too. But there's nothing else down here. Although, okay, there you go, get rid of that. What is this? To hell with the Sentinels. Long lives the Outsiders. Damn straight. I don't know what this is supposed to be either. I don't think you can go in there. There's a lot of places that look like you can go in, but you can't. Speaking of, we'll be heading in there also, but let's take a look. Residency, Shop Street, Nico Core. All right. So eventually we will be making our way back to this clothing shop, and you will be wise to remember. Now, for part 2, basically, of the shops and places, there's going to be a hat shop. And we can't make our way in here just yet because, well, waiting for the delivery guys. And one of those guys is actually in the bar. But we'll head over there a little bit later because he's not quite as inebriated as he should be by now. Also, we can't pass through here because of them damn Sentinels. That's no fun. This is interesting as well. So, you do not proceed. Access to the outside is fully restricted and the elevator has been disabled. Exterior is unsafe. So this is an old school Peacemaker. That last guy back there was like 20,000 or something. I don't even care to remember, but look at their faces are cameras. That's gotta be like purposeful, you know? Anyways, don't have to worry about that. But there is, actually, yeah, this is the restaurant I want to go to. Hi, hello. Ooh, beautiful. How's it going, fellas? All right, so we have Kundi. I walked near the elevator and got yelled at. Shocker. Oh, here we go. So we're finally getting some outsidist thinking here. So everyone's basically just gonna tell us, you know, go down the street. I think she looks familiar, but I can't be sure. Hard drive's a little buggy. Same. Okay, so thank you, Kundi. You get a nice little rub as well. And you are Crooney. All right. Yeah. Oh, no, not Pablo. He's in for 350 years. That's insane, man. That's crazy. Wow. All right. How's it going, ma'am? Or sir, maybe? This is interesting. So this is Matt B. And this is quite the small eatery you've got here. Can't pay me with real money. So a couple weeks ago, for my birthday, I went to Washington to see my mom, just because I had a friend that was gonna also be in town, but that didn't end up panning out. And we went to Portland to go see Jack White, you know, because it was just a nice thing to do for my birthday. And for lunch, for whatever reason, right before the concert, My mom, my brother, and his girlfriend, they insisted on sushi in the smallest hole in the wall in like kind of a sketchy neighborhood. And I guess the sushi was really good. I'm not a big fan of it, but yeah, sell burgers and street food. Favorite place to go when I was human. Small, welcoming, and the server's name was, well, started with an M, I think. But the hole in the wall was kind of adorable because it was a single old Asian lady, and I just ended up ordered like gyozos or whatever those things are called, like the chicken ones, and some rice, and that was enough for me. I wasn't gonna chance sushi right before a concert, you know, because that would be gross. But yeah, when they got theirs, it was like amazing. They got like lionfish and like squid or something. I was like, just out of this little hole, like we had to sit in the middle of the sidewalk. It was crazy. Anyways, that's the bar, and we'll be heading there soon. But there's also a barbershop, which I need to desperately visit one of these days. But yeah, the Jack White concert was actually super good. So, yeah, Clementine's been here. Cool. So, and this is, all right, he took his face off, go and get some work done. Slippy, or Slipey, I don't know. But lo and behold, anytime you see just like weird green light, that is a sure indication of, whoa! I didn't know that was gonna happen. What the? There was something there. Okay, I pressed triangle so that I could push it over. I didn't think that was gonna happen. All right, well, I'm gonna go and get, oh, I can't get anything on your lovely couch. All right, let's go back up. So this is, yeah, kind of tricky to get up to at times. There we go. But there's a nice little arrow there to point off this way, so. Do you remember? Yes, I do. Perhaps to my own non-benefit? Well, the barbershop was a social hub where people would gather, talk, tell jokes, share secrets. It was a fun place. Even after the humans were gone, the companions kept the shop going. Hair is not a necessary ingredient for a successful barbershop. All right, well, tell that to Ice Cube Man or whoever was in those movies I never saw. It's always like one of those weird things where people just assume that you probably should have seen something along those lines, but I never have. Okay, so that is the housing complex, and we got some homeless here, or maybe they're just hanging out. Well, anyways, they're feeling pretty good. Yeah, she lives around here talking about leaving the city, but this place is so great. Why bother? Look at her. Look at this. What kind of an, like, I don't know, blanket is that? That's kind of cool. But yeah, I'm out of here. I appreciate your time and comfort. Ooh, this one's actually pretty funny though. All right, hello. You're a nice little hole in the wall as well. Even if this guy bums me out, he's my only customer. Try not to scare him away. Well, if we try to speak, I used to own a bar. It was the coziest place around here until I took a screwdriver in the knee. And it's, you know what? I don't know why I thought that was, maybe I made a note to myself to cringe when I spoke to him, but that's okay. So this alley is a little important. Remember old Conehead here? How do you do, sir? I think your name is Alfred, isn't it? No, Albert. Yeah, I had a friend down there, Fifi. I haven't seen him in ages. I don't think you can meet a Fifi down there, actually. It's kind of interesting. Well, anyways, we're gonna hop up here and also hop back down because that is the fashionable thing to do. Yeah, climb up past this blazing hot neon sign, and lo and behold, there is another remembrance here, and this one is a little sad. So of course, this place looks comfy as hell. I would sleep here, like even with all these bright ass lights and stinky fans blowing in my direction. What I wouldn't give to actually feel the softness of the pillows or the taste of a cold drink. Strone is useful, but I miss having my own body. I miss feeling and hurting and being hungry. Yes, we can stay a little longer, B12. So luckily you can take just a little cat nap here too. And it's like so cute. Aw. There you go. I was gonna say, are you just gonna watch this entire time? But we won't dawdle too long. Although, I am a little curious. What is, oh, just a quick stretch, of course. So this is kind of interesting. So you can get kind of a look on some of the files here. Project ... and it's also a cookie recipe, which I'm sure could probably be fashioned out into something if my vision wasn't so So blurry from all the tears in my eyes. That's all right. So actually, hold on. Is this the one? Yes, there is a bucket here. I was gonna say it's been a minute since we've traveled via bucket. Nice. They did a really good job with the lights in this game. I'm not gonna lie. The ambiance is great, and I do like that the neon signs do provide like a little bit of context to, like, you know, rebellion and rising up. But if you decide to go out this way, oh, what is this? Oh yeah, we get to, well, I guess there's probably a door we can scratch up there. Don't have to worry. Is this the same program? Cookie recipes? Of course it is. But this is the other side of the club. So yeah, that one alley that I neglected going past. So I think we're more or less done though. I think that's everything we need to look for. We are gonna head to the bar once we get out. But over here, we've got a couple of hoodlums, and I have no idea what they're up to, but it must be no good. Looks like they're taunting the cameras. That looks like fun. Hey, dumb face, we can see you too. What is his face? He's literally like speaker nose. Okay, nice. What about you? You're carrying around a boombox. How's it going, John Cusack? So, Sentinels put cameras in the residence. That's no good. Well, turns out, a cassette tape. I want it. Hey, those tapes are ours. Don't you know not to steal? How dare you? Okay, so he'll give us one, but we have to do something for this trio. There are 3 security cameras, and we gotta destroy them. Sounds like a good old time, so we're gonna go and do that right now.